Hi, Debbie Morton here, and I just want to take a hot minute to let you know that the video you are about to watch wasn't filmed specifically here for YouTube. It was actually over on my Facebook page, and I've brought that content over here to YouTube. So disregard any references to anything Facebook. I'm happy to have you along. If you like my content, you can leave a comment in the comment section, subscribe, and hit that bell if you'd like to be notified anytime I go live in the future. Have an absolutely wonderful day, and thanks for watching. Hello there, how are you? Welcome to Walk and Talk Wednesday. So today, I'm super excited to share that I have reached the point of no return. And if you stay to the end, I'm going to tell you what that point was. If you have an idea of what it was, like what is the point of no return for me, there's no turning back from the nomad journey. Go ahead and put it in the comments, but I'm going to share with you what the point of no return was for me. So another thing that I want to share, and I think this video can be beneficial to so many people. So if you know someone that you feel like this would benefit, then please share it with them. But I'm running into tons of scammers now that I am listing all of my belongings. And let me back up. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Debbie Morton, and I am in the process of selling everything I have, and I'm going to live a nomad lifestyle. And I'm very blessed and grateful that I have not only a lot of timeshare points that I can live out of, but I also have a travel club that gives me super, super inexpensive options of places to stay. And so I'm not going to be living out of a van. I'm in the over 60 crowd. I'm not doing that. I won't be living out of a van or an RV. I actually want to be able to travel international. And therefore, I'm going to do this out of my car, just driving from place to place. If I have to, my car will be equipped so I can sleep in it, but that's certainly not my desired place to sleep at night. So anyways, I am in the process of selling everything I own so that everything I own will fit in my car, maybe in a tiny little storage unit. So in the process of doing that, I'm posting a lot of stuff online, trying to get rid of all of the big stuff. And I'm coming across so many scammers. But here's the really cool thing, and this was probably about a year ago. I found a YouTube channel that is super entertaining, and I will put a link to it down in the comments. And let me know if you've ever heard of this. It's called Scammer Payback, or Payback Scammer, and it's a man named Pierogi. He's this cute little guy with blue hair, and what he does is he responds to the different email scammers, and he keeps these scammers on the phone for hours, just yanking their chain, pretending he's an old person. And then when they ask to connect with his computer, he has the technology and the know-how to reverse it. So he actually goes onto their system and finds all their files. And while they're trying to scam him, he's downloading all of their files onto his computer so he can contact the victims. And he's deleting all of their files. And sometimes he even turns on their webcam and will like totally expose them. It's fun to watch. So I actually started watching that and being entertained by it about a year ago, which I'm glad I did, because it alerted me to like some of the different scams that are used. How many of you have had an email come in, and it used to be, you know, a prince in Nigeria has died and they need to leave their money to somebody. Like that one got figured out so stupid. But anyways, how many of you have gotten emails that say your subscription is about to renew, or you were charged twice for an item, and you're looking at it going, but I didn't buy that, or I don't have that subscription, and it's all a ploy to get you to call in, and in the process of doing that, they'll get you to hook up to their computer so that they can reverse the charge. I mean, they'll set up, and when you watch Scammer Payback, you'll see exactly what they do. And it's unfortunate because they're so good at it that people are duped into giving thousands and thousands of dollars to these scammers, and they're brilliant at it. Well, now that I'm posting stuff online, I'll share with you some of the scams that I'm running into. And I'm sharing this just because if you ever want to sell anything online, or if ever anything just doesn't feel right, that you can check it out. Like you can do a little deeper dive, and I'll give you some different things you can do to figure out if it's a scam. So what I'm encountering, and it's happening a lot, so when I post something, I will get a message saying, is this item still available? And I'll say, yes, it is. And then this is the big clue. It's like, I'm out of town. I had 3 that were deployed military people. It's like, I'm deployed, but I'll have my financer, I'll have, my friends send you, or I'll send you the money, and then my cousin will pick it up, or I'll send movers to pick up the item. So here's the one thing you want to do. Go to their Facebook profile. Now, not everybody's active on Facebook, but it's usually pretty obvious if they just have one picture, just like a picture of them in the military, or a picture of a doctor, or a picture of, just one picture. And that's oftentimes a giveaway that this is not legitimate. Anytime they want to pay for something, like sight and see, it's like, I'm going to send you the money and have my cousin pick it up. I'm like, don't you even want to look at it? Don't you even want to know the measurements of this? And for instance, I'm selling a bed and it's big. Like, don't you even want to know the measurements of this? And by the way, you're sending your niece to pick it up. Your niece isn't even going to be able to lift this bed, and I'm not helping her. So when you get if you're selling anything online, and I'm sharing this with you, think outside of, even if you're going to sell something online, just anytime you're in a conversation with people, here's some of the different tactics that they use. So they will say that they're going to pay me the funds. And in one case, the guy got my email address, and I received a notice from Zelle, and it looked official. It had the Zelle logo, and it said, you've received $400 from this person, but you don't have a business Zelle account, and it requires $600 for a business Zelle account. And then it said, we will contact the seller to send an additional $200, and then as soon as you refund that $200, the business account will be activated and the $400 will be released. Well, total scam, right? Never, ever, ever give money back to somebody because of an overpayment of something, or even say that you would do that. So I spotted that person as a scam right away. It's like, wait a minute, you're going to overpay me by $200, expecting me to give you the $200 back. So red flag. I don't just delete them and block them. I actually report them. And then just yesterday, I had a woman who reached out and she said, I want to pick this up today. What is your phone number? So I gave her my phone number, and I like to talk to people. Like, if they're a normal person, they'll call me and they'll say, they'll ask a few questions about it. Where are you located? What time are you going to be home? Like, they're normal people. We have a conversation. So she asked for my phone number, and I gave her my phone number, and she said, I'm nervous about scammers. Can I get a 6-digit code? Can I give you a 6-digit code to verify your phone number? You guys, that's a huge scam. What they're doing is they have your phone number. They can go to one of the online services and use this code to tap into your phone number. And so you want to I'm like, no. She's like, I want to make sure you're not a scam. So I responded back to her and I said, if you go to my Facebook page, you'll see 2 years of content. You'll know that I'm not a scam. You, on the other hand, have one profile picture. I'm the one who should be nervous about you. I am not responding to any code. And in fact, I'm reporting you and blocking you. And that's exactly what I did. So it's really important just to recognize the scammers. And I know I'm running into it a lot because I'm posting stuff online. But anytime in your emails, if you get an email saying that you've overpaid for something, or a subscription is about to renew and you're like, but I don't have this subscription, here's a couple things that you can do. Go into the URL or the email that it came from. Now the stupid guy who sent me the thing from Zelle, it was a Hotmail account. I'm like, really? Do you really think that Zelle uses Hotmail when they send out their emails? Like, okay, that was a dead giveaway. So you can look at the URL and see who's sending you the information, and any reputable company is sending it in their own name. So that's one way that you can check things. Never ever let somebody, if you're talking to somebody, attach to your computer using AnyDesk, where they say, I'll help you, share your screen with me. That's almost always a scam. Once they have access to your computer through AnyDesk, they can literally, in the background, without you seeing it, monitor a lot of the stuff that you're doing. They can get your passwords. They can get into a lot of different things. So it's important, like, don't let people attach with any desk. Only if you've called the company, you know it's a reputable company. And for instance, I was on the line with, I think it was Quicken or QuickBooks the other day, but I called them. I knew I was on a call with QuickBooks, and they had to attach so that they can make a couple of changes or see the error that I was seeing. So I knew that that was a legitimate connection. So be really, really careful anytime somebody's saying, let me connect and we can, fix this error and I'll give you a credit. They always overpay you with the credit, and then it's like, oh, well, you have to now pay us back because we accidentally gave you too much money. They can manipulate your bank files to look like you have the money in your account when you don't really. So I just want to share a lot of this stuff because it is so prevalent right now, and I had no idea. I would say for every item I list online, I probably have 3 scammers for every 1 legitimate response. And it's sifting through the different conversations and types of scams that they're running to be able to recognize them. And so I thought, I just want to do a public service announcement to everybody in my community. And I think because I've been watching Payback Scammer and watching Pierogi and how these scammers work, it's been so helpful for me, which is why I'll post a link to, he's just entertaining. And I will say that the scammers, because he has a public YouTube channel and has for 2 or 3 years, the scammers now recognize him. They recognize the old lady voice that he uses, and so quite often they right away recognize him, but he still yanks their chain and tries to get information out of them and works on behalf of us to try and end this scamming industry, which is rampant. So that's pretty much what I have today. Oh, and I'm going to tell you the point of no return for me. So my lease, we moved here in May, I think it was 5 years ago, and we did a 2-year lease because we weren't sure if Phoenix area was where we wanted to stay forever, and we wanted to have time to look around, so we did a 2-year lease so that we could have time to look around. Well, then the housing market started to go crazy, and we're like, they never raised our rent, so okay, well, let's just stay here. We love our house. We love where we are, and the rent is super reasonable. So let's just stay here until the housing market comes back down and we really decide where we want to relocate full time. So it's now been 5 years. Well, we moved in May. So in my brain, I'm thinking my lease is due at the end of May. Well, I looked at it, and somewhere along the line, it got moved to the end of June. But I reached out to my landlords and reached out to the management company and said, look, my plans are to be on the road by the end of May. Can I get out of the lease a month early? So as it turns out, everything is working out beautifully. The landlords already have it rented as of June 1st. And so I absolutely have to have my house vacated by the end of May. And since I don't have a place that I'm going to be officially going, I will be an official nomad at the end of May. So I felt like that was the point of no return. As my furniture's leaving, as yesterday some dressers went away, my dining room table is gone, my furniture is going to be picked up in a week or two, my living room furniture is going to be picked up in a week or two. So as all of this is happening, I'm like, this still isn't the point of no return. I can buy this stuff back, I can refurnish the house, but once I gave my notice, it's happening. I am going to be an official nomad as of the end of May, and super excited to travel the world, new adventures, see different places, see more of this beautiful country that I live in, and be able to maybe fly to Europe and stay in Europe for a few months, or fly to Asia and travel just places that I've not been before. And super excited to bring those adventures to you. I'm actually going through all the stuff on a YouTube channel right now to get that set up so that people can follow my journeys inside of a YouTube channel, just in case Facebook ever decides to shut me down. So anyways, with that, I will wrap it up. And thank you for joining me on this walk. Beware of those scammers. And if in doubt, do not do anything that doesn't feel right in your gut. Hang up and just say, you know what, I'm going to call the company directly. And then you look it up. And here's another thing the scammers do is they will run pop-up ads. So for instance, let's say you're searching for something. Maybe you're searching for credit repair, or you're searching for something on Google. They will actually do a pop-up ad, and when you click on it, then you're kind of like connected in a way that now they will start to lead you down the pathway to connect with them so that they can scam you. So Don't trust all of the ads that pop up on your computer. There's a lot going on right now, and we just need to be aware of it. You know, it's not going to go away anytime soon, but we can stop them and stop our friends from being victims of some of these scammers. So I wanted to share that knowledge with you, just because I'm literally every single day getting attempted scams coming at me, and they're like slightly different, but there's so many things that are just like yellow flags and red flags all over the place. And if it's in doubt, I'll just block them. Like, they might be a perfectly normal person, but if so what? I would rather err to the side of caution than to like kind of get sideswiped into something. So even if I have the least bit of doubt, I'm erring to the side that they are a scammer until they prove to me otherwise. So anyways, with that, I will wrap it up. By the way, it's raining in Phoenix. How cool is that? I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.